I had to start managing like the amount of damage that I was taking. It's crazy, dude. All right, let's do it. Here we go. This is Das's suggestion for today for
The
today's lore
first
time.
war for Leonia was a clash of blue against gold, reason against faith, the stars against the Erd Tree.
Oh, it's really
Champions
nicely
fought
illustrated.
on either side, but
What the hell?
none were as great as Renala and Radigan,
Oh wow, it's just so cool.
who somehow
Oh,
put
what
their
the heck?
differences aside.
She was saving the heat for later.
From this union, 3 children were born, each with
I respect
Radigan's
that.
flaming
I love
red
that hat.
hair, Rykard, Radan, and Rani.
Kind of Marge Simpson type
Of the
thing going
3,
on.
the Princess Rani was most favored by the mother. Karia was a matriarchal society, after all, and power would inevitably pass to her.
This is sick. Can you imagine if there was
So,
a game like
With
this,
Renala
but
leading
Elden
her
Ring?
by the hand, she found it.
Like an
Very
RPG,
own
like maybe
moon.
like turn-based or something like that?
But her moon would be eclipsed
That'd be cute.
by the 2 fingers who spoke for the greater will. They schemed to have the young Empyrean follow their path, a puppet on their strings.
Fuck that finger thing. I don't trust him.
And so they granted her a shadow, a half-wolf named Blythe,
Oh, okay.
given to protect Rani, all in the name of the greater will. But it was a mistake, and Rani and Blythe grew extremely close.
Best friends.
So, Rani grew older, with loyal allies by her side. And, thanks to the greater will,
This is
she was
beautiful.
never
Like the way
alone.
that it's illustrated and shit. This is so cool.
Unlike her mother, who would be abandoned by Radigan. After this, Renala was no champion. She was destroyed by grief and left with nothing but Radigan's golden egg. Meanwhile, Radigan reforged his Moonlight Greatsword into a Greatsword of Order, showing his true colors as he embraced his other half.
He looks so pretty.
The sword was once a gift of betrothal,
They made him look so hot.
not anymore.
He's got like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure type.
Suddenly
Type face.
bereft of her parents, Rani ventured deep into the woods, and there she found a new mentor, a snowy crone, well versed in witchcraft, who taught the young Rani in the absence of her mother. In contrast to Rani, Radan grew in admiration of the father, and in an unparalleled act of
dude.
power, he mastered gravity magic and turned against the stars.
Fuck the stars, here comes gravity.
Rykard, on the other hand,
The fuck are we gonna do
writhed
about
and
this
rankled
gravity guy?
against order, as did Rani, who would not acquiesce. And yet, her body belonged to the Golden Order, for she was a demigod, perhaps even more than she herself knew. So she devised a plot, stealing death and forging it into black blades that could cast away her Empyrean flesh. And so, as Order slowly fell apart, she set aside her great rune and left with Blythe and Iji, and was never seen again.
Oh, thanks. How are you doing? We're watching an Elden Ring movie, Age of the Stars. Das suggested we watch this on Lore Time today, I think. This is from VaatiVidya. Really, really, really sick channel. Highly recommend. She showed me another one too, which is super good. But we're watching this one today. Thank you. Yeah, it's really good. It's a chicken and rice sort of thing with like paprikash. It's good.
Oh, yes. Tarnished, are we? come to the lands between for the Elden Ring? Hmm?
This guy tricked me.
Of course you have. No shame in it.
He tricked me.
Unfortunately for you,
And then I started wearing his mask,
however,
and I never took
you
it
are
off the rest of the entire game playthrough. I became him. You know, I never actually killed that guy. He killed me a couple times, and I was like, you know what, fuck this, I'm out. I killed him.
I bequeath to you this ring. It will summon a spectral steed named Torrent.
Horsey W.
Thou art of passing skill. Warrior blood must truly run in thy veins, tarnished.
The Elden Ring music gives me chills every time. It's so good. It's Blythe.
Always a pleasure. Care to purchase anything? The howl of a wolf in the mistwood.
I love this. This is like
I
modern day
suppose you
machinima.
must still be skulking about. I know. Why not meet him for yourself? Next time you hear the wolf's howl, make this signal right under the source. Ah, don't fret. There is nothing to fear. I just have an inkling the two of you might hit it off.
It's early in the game, and you're desperate for your first quest. That howl has not stopped ever since you set foot here, and it comes from a rare high point in the Mistwood, one that peeks over its treetops. Here you can find
I did this in New Game Plus.
named Blythe.
Because I actually
It's
missed
as
it in
if
the first one.
He's
The
looking
first
for
playthrough.
something, as if he's in need of information. So you can get his
I
attention.
wasn't retaining the
with
information
same
very well that I
signal
was being
that
told.
he and
Because I was
Kali
trying to do
must have
stream
set
stuff,
up
do it at the same
to
time.
do trade.
And it was my first time.
Carly sent you, did he? Ever the bloody busybody.
This is so cool.
Maybe to him you don't seem so strange. The name's Blythe. I'm looking for a man who goes by Darrowell. He fled somewhere nearby, or so I've heard. Come tell me if you find him before I do. I can offer you ample reward. Darrowell is nothing but a traitor, and in need of a fitting end to his tale.
Darrowell is a bloodhound knight, a sect of fighters who were trained as hunters
Another
and trackers.
furry.
These beastly knights never speak, but they choose their own master and are supposed to be loyal to them for life. Even Renala had such an oath-sworn beast in her employ. And she also had Blythe, who is yet
And a
another
funny hat.
half-wolven warrior who is defined by his loyalty. Perhaps it's for this reason that Blythe takes Darrowell's treachery so personally.
Some of these jails are really tough.
Darrowell. Rotting in a cell is no true justice. No. This is where it ends
Badass.
for you.
Oh, I just realized that that guy is, very similar to the guys that you fight in the area in the DLC. With those claws. Except the guys have two of them. That's cool. I like seeing the inspirations.
Right. There you are. Had to work for it, but it's done. Don't say I'm not a man of my word. Here's your prize. Oh yes. I should say, if you venture north to Rea Lucaria and come across a venerable blacksmith who's a little on the large side, tell him I sent you, and he'll be sure to treat you right. I owe you one, I reckon. That's enough chit-chat for now. It's time we parted ways.
Of course, we don't know the circumstances of Darrowell's traitorous acts, but we do know that Blythe is obsessed with loyalty, and here, perhaps, he is projecting his expectations of loyalty upon another.
Ah, then you met Blythe, did you? Wonderful. I'm glad I pointed you in his direction. He's boorish, blunt, and couldn't find his nose with both hands. But he's a good egg. I think the two of you are sure to find the best in one another.
After this, word of your exploits begins to spread, and the Church of Ella is engulfed by a strange sleep mist.
This way, Tarnished. May I have a word?
Oh.
A pleasure to meet.
So I actually, in my playthrough, I didn't see her at this point. I found her later in Randy's Rise. I never saw this
Be
cutscene.
tarnished. I am the witch Renna. I'd heard tell of a tarnished hurtling about atop a spectral steed, and upon looking into the matter, the talk, I surmise, is of thee. Thou art possessed of the power, no? To call forth a spectral steed named Torrent. Ah, as I had hoped, I was entrusted this for thee, by Torrent's former master. 'Tis a bell for calling forth spirits. Summon them with it.
Oh, cool.
From ash and return to the Erdtree. The spirits will obey thine command but briefly.
I might have to go hit her up first
As
before I
they
go to the
recall
next area.
battles
Oh no, I've already
past.
talked to her.
Now it is thine,
Oh yeah, I
to
already
do
talked
it
to her.
as thou wishest. Forgive mine intrusion, Tarnished. I doubt we shall again meet,
This looks so cool.
but all the same, learn well the lands
This could be a
between.
really cool wallpaper.
How long will it be, I wonder, before the Tarnished tire of obeisance to the two fingers?
The two fingers. So, long ago, great champions would gather at the round table and listen to the fingers, for they are envoys to the greater will, and the greater will is widely regarded as the ultimate power in the universe. So, the two fingers speak with its language of light, but they are far from benevolent, and it was the two fingers that forsook the Tarnished long ago when their grace was lost, only to welcome them back upon the shattering of the Elden Ring. Now they are wizened, trembling, and bent with age, yet still they shepherd members of the Round Table Hold, sharing incantations of light and warmth, but also shadows and silence. They have high hopes for the Tarnished, that even should they be wounded, even should they fall, that they will continue to fight for their duty. But many suspect that the fingers are corrupted, broken, their guidance skewed.
That's
For
what
now,
I'm saying. Dude.
Grace leads you to Leonia, known for its vast forests and ever-present fog. In its north stands the Academy of Raya Lucaria. In the east, there is a high road that runs north to south, and the western coast has always been closely associated with Carian royalty, some of whom remain to this day. This is Iji, the Carian blacksmith that Blythe sent you to find.
This guy's
Blythe
cool.
actually did that. Did he? Quite a rare occurrence for such a guarded soul as he. Perhaps he sensed something unusual about you. At any rate,
It's gotta be pretty
if
hard
you're
to work on a
friendly
little
with
tiny sword when
Blythe,
you're that big.
I will give you whatever guidance I can and pray for your success.
Long ago, trolls like Iji swore an oath to Queen Renala of Caria, and were eventually called
this
into
area is
service
fucking
to
mean.
fight in her war
This is a tough area.
against the Golden Order. Eventually, Caria and Raya Lucaria would join with the Golden Order, only for Radagon to abandon Renala and then leave Leonia in this state of civil strife. But again, that was long ago.
Brave Tarnished.
I used to train
A
weapons
word
out
of
there and
warning,
practice
if you
them.
please. This territory once belonged to the Carian
That's where I
royal
first started
family.
using. I
Their
tried
manor
Reduvia out there, and
lies
also the
not
cursed
far
sword.
beyond this point. When the Raya Lucaria Academy turned on the Carians, the Knights of the Cuckoo descended on this tract.
Not the Knights of the
After
Cuckoo.
leveling it, they carried on to the manor. The Carians were taken off guard. But their
Fuck
strength had
Celadus.
not waned,
Guy
and
sucks.
they repelled the knight's onslaught.
Nah, he's
by
good.
conjuring an enchanted snare.
But he's
that
also
remains
an asshole.
potent to this day. That is why I say, Tarnished, don't go near the manor unless you wish to lie with the corpses of the heedless knights of the Cuckoo.
Like how he says cuckoo. Oh. Whoa, FPS, Elden Ring. Wow, that's so sick.
Amidst Caria's enemies and treasure, the Knights of the Cuckoo live on, as puppets who are forced now to fight for the Carians that they once tried so
You could
hard
say they went a
to
little
destroy.
cuckoo.
Perhaps you'd be better off exploring Raya Lucaria, the academy that closed its doors to the world. After the shattering, the academy wisely
One of the best
declared
places in the
that
entire game.
it wouldn't interfere and locked its gates.
One of the best areas,
So
bosses.
it is that even now
It's so
it's
fucking
filled
good.
with scholars, or at least it was.
The academy is S tier.
These sorcerers dedicated themselves to glintstone research, and they venerated many masters. And their headmaster was Renala, who was also the Queen of Caria. But Renala disgraced herself by falling for Radigan, who left her witless and inane. So
Dude,
now
the
there
wolves
is
with the
this
swords
limited
are
Carian
really,
presence
really
in Raya
mean.
Lucaria, except for a few loyalists.
If you're not paying
who
attention,
defend
they'll kill
the
you real
Grand
fast.
Library. For it is here that Renala remains.
That's
locked
actually a
away
good.
with
That's
the
a good way to
great
describe
room
all
of the
Souls
Unborn.
games. If you're not paying attention, you'll die real fast.
Who's that? Creepy. A new friend.
Whoa. This is so fucking creepy.
Hush, little Calva. I'll soon birth thee anew, a sweeting, fresh and pure.
Shank. Kerblam. Man, I wish I had
Children born anew
spells
are
during
Renala
this part.
are all frail and short-lived, and Radigan's golden protection can only last so long. Renala's true defense lies in the golden egg, which is enchanted with a snare. It's a spell that conjures a version of Renala at the height of her power, something designed by the daughter to protect the mother.
Upon my name as Rani the Witch, Mother's rich slumber shall not be disturbed by thee. Foul trespasser, send word far and wide of the last queen of Caria, Renala of the full moon, and the majesty of the night she conjureth.
This fight was so cool. And she summons like phantoms of the past bosses you fought, like a dragon, big old giant guys. Then she turns into the moon. Dude, it's such a brutal fight. There's so many mechanics.
In this battle,
This guy's a
Renala
shield
is
Chad.
defended by her oathbound beasts, giants, and dragons that had partnered with her over her long age of wandering the lands between. For
Oh
she
yeah,
was
and
there
this fuck.
at the beginning of it all.
Yeah, I really love this fight.
Oh, little Rani, my dear daughter, weave thy night into being.
He's a
This was
gentleman,
merely a fight against a conjured
a
spirit.
man of class.
And yet, those final words seem real.
That was really well done.
Back at Caria Manor, you progress towards the Three Sisters, towers that are defended by Adula, who is
bitches
Rani's
out in
oath-sworn dragon.
a couple seconds.
Adula was once a devourer of sorcerers, until she was bested by Rani, and subsequently she swore a knightly oath to her dark moon. She flees before we can defeat her, but we'll see her again before the end. For now, we're granted access to Rani's rise.
Oh, again we cross paths. I believe I said my name was Rena when last we met. It pleaseth me to see Torrent hale and hearty, but tarnished. What business hast thou here? I have no memory of inking thee an invitation. No reason in particular thou claimest. Intriguing. Then mayhaps fate hath steered thee to this reunion. Wilt thou enter into my service? I am the witch Rani. I stole death long ago, and search now for the
She's
dark
like, you're not here for any reason?
that I
like,
might one
nah,
day
I just thought there was
upend the
loot in
whole
these
of it,
towers.
and rid the
Turns
world
out I
of
was
all
right.
that came before. Well, has that roused thy interest? I see. A choice well made. Thou art a rare sword. Not many would have accepted the offer, but I require as much of those under my command. I anticipate good work from thee. Then I ask we proceed with haste.
So I actually started
in
this
my
quest again on
service
my New Game
a
Plus.
half-wolven warrior by the name of Blythe.
It's
I
one
would
of the
have
best
thee
quests in the
join
game,
him
honestly.
in searching for the hidden treasure of Nokron,
It's really good.
the Eternal City. I have called for Blythe to greet thee below.
Also, the community,
Take
a lot of
from
the community
him
loved
the
the ending,
particulars.
like Ronnie's ending, over the others. I went Frenzy
Long time
Flame, so I
for
don't actually know what the ending
Blythe.
is, but I'm gonna do it
If you've forgotten,
in the New
glad
Game
to have
Plus
you in the
because I'm a
service of
caster.
Mistress Rani. Well, getting right to business. I'm still in Limgrave. The eternal city of Nokron lies somewhere at the bottom of this land.
Ooh,
I'm
this
planning
part
to
of the
go
quest was
below
really,
through the
really
well in the
difficult.
Mistwood. See if I can't find the
Do you hear
road
that
to
thunder?
Nokron from there. Don't keep me waiting, eh?
It's rumbling. This area is also one of the coolest spots in the entire game.
And so
That's why I
go
like
down,
this quest line
deep
so
below
much,
the
because
earth
it's all connected
to an ancient
like some of the
civilization
best
that
spots in the game.
predates any others that are found on the surface. Here, ancestral followers and claymen persist
just so-
well
it's so
outside
awesome.
the purview of the Erd Tree.
And it's
But
there's so much
built
variety
amidst these ancient ruins is a newer, still ancient
of enemies
city,
and like landscapes.
an eternal city where people of the night were banished to long ago
It's
for their
also
treason.
gorgeous.
But their legacy lives on in
Like-
E.G., Blythe, Rani, and now you.
Ah,
Wow.
good to see you. Apologies, mate, but I don't have much to report. I can see bloody Nokron right above me, but I'm absolutely stumped. I've tried all the gateways, to no avail. Perhaps it's time to ask Celavis. I recall that
No.
spiteful little rat acting like he knew something.
Are they gonna do the
Let's
laboratory
give him
too?
a squeeze.
He's
Show
probably
him
gonna do
just
the
how
laboratory
sharp my
too.
teeth are. I jest. I wouldn't go that far. Besides, I should check on some things here. Leave this place to me. You just do what you feel is right. If either of us learns anything, we tell the other. Right?
And so you go to confront Celavis. Celavis was once a preceptor, a teacher of magic who served the Carrion royals. When Radigan married Renala, these preceptors were ordered to don masks of confidence, mouths stitched shut with gold thread, to make it clear that all their matters were to be kept strictly private, because Radigan was hiding a secret. And that secret was that, of course, Radigan was also Marika. And Seluvis also has many secrets of his own.
You must be Rani's new hireling. Yes,
I love
yes,
his
I've heard all
armor
about
on his
you.
hat. It's so
I don't
good.
know what it is the mistress sees in a provincial tarnished like you.
Shut up!
But since we have the misfortune of serving the same lady,
Fuck you, Seluvis.
I am Seluvis, preceptor in the sorcerous arts.
As loathsome as Seluvis is, it seems he knows something about
As
Nokron.
loathsome as he
Well,
is.
well, you're asking me about that, are you? The task was left to you and the mongrel, was it not? Not only are you incompetent, but
Called him
shameless to
mongrel.
boot. Well, there's no helping it. Now's as good a time as any. I'll let you in on it. There's a glintstone sorcerer by the name of Selene in Limgrave. She owes me for the help I gave her when she was expelled
So
from the
we-
academy.
In the
asked
first
her to
playthrough
look
I
into
did,
the
I
matter some
brought-
time ago.
I
I'll
brought
write you
this
a letter of
potion
introduction.
to Gideon,
Go ask her.
and he was like, "Oh, this shit's poison. This is poison."
So he doesn't know how to get to Nokron, but he does know someone.
So I don't know what the other
Selene was
sides are.
expelled from Raya Lucaria for her research into the primeval current. And
I wonder who
among
he's gonna
other
bring it
things,
to, or if
these
he's gonna
dark
actually bring
arts
it to the
taught
chick.
Selene how to slice open her heart and imbue a primal glintstone with her soul.
That's super metal. Holy
Selene is still in hiding.
shit. Open
but
heart
you
surgery
eventually
with
track her down.
crystal
Or
synthesis.
what's left of her, anyway.
That is really metal.
Oh, tarnished are you? I am Jaren, foolish old warrior and witness. You didn't know Selene, did you? Well, whatever the case, she's dead now. It is strange, though. The woman, she was like a husk. Her soul already fled. I suspect Selene lives on elsewhere. I'm sure she'll turn up eventually, in another body.
Creepy.
The knight, Jaren, once served the Carrion Royals as a war commander for their general Radahn. Naturally then, he was also familiar with the Carrion Royal blacksmith, Iji.
Well, I haven't heard that name in an age. Then you must serve Princess Rani. The next time you speak to Iji, tell him this. The Festival of Radahn will surely set Rani's fate back into motion. By the by, is that old fool still hammering out weapons?
One of my
His
favorite weapons
enormous
is laying
frame
there.
cramped in that little place.
I used it
Bit of a
for
haughty
a long
sort.
time.
Strange fella when I knew him. And funny thing,
There it is.
his swords were all
so
blunt
good.
as stone, but not one of them decayed
gracious.
when faced with a scarlet
Come back
rot.
to me.
Jaren shares a
killed
long
many of us
history
with that blade.
with his general, Radahn. The man preferred a nomadic existence, and yet, before long, he became sworn to Radahn, bound by an oath of honorable death. So Jaren was there when Radahn conquered the stars, and he remained by his side, even after the scarlet rot brought the general to his knees, for he had an oath to keep, a promise to bring Radahn an honorable death, even if it meant releasing the night sky from his grasp.
Jaren. Now that's a name I haven't heard for a while. Oh no. Wait, how did I not see it before? I ought to retire as war counselor for such a gross oversight. Let me explain. The fate of the Carrion royal family is guided by the stars, as is the fate of Lady Rani, first heir in the Carrion royal line. But General Radahn is the conqueror of the stars, who stood up to the swirling constellations, halting their movement in a smashing victory. And so, if General Radahn were defeated, the stars would once again resume their movement, as would Lady Rani's destiny.
So although he has lost his mind to rot, Radahn still somehow keeps the stars and Rani's fate in stasis. This is why you need him dead.
So Rani's fate is kept in stasis by Starscourge Radahn.
That's pretty badass.
I'll be on my way to this festival of Radahn then. You're coming too, right? To Radahn's festivities. I'll meet you at Redmane Castle in Caelid. The way ahead is pleasingly simple. We fight, sword and
This
fire.
was one of my most legendary first tries. This first try at Radahn. First time ever. I did it with no summons. It's just me and
Ah,
a
there you
powerful
are.
blade.
Took your sweet time. The players are all made up.
It was so
I'm
fun.
waiting for the curtain. Let's give them a
So
show
hype.
to remember, eh? Just don't you go dying.
Definitely one of my favorite fights in the
For
entire game.
Rani's sake, too.
Champions! Welcome! The stars have aligned! The festival is nigh! General
He's the homie, too.
Radahn, mightiest demigod of the Shattering, awaits you! Champions! Prepare!
I wish I had
for
brought those guys
battle.
with me. It would have been so much easier.
Defeat the general,
But I guess it wouldn't have been as
gain
epic.
glory and grab that great rune. A celebration of war. The Radahn Festival!
That Commodore baby. That's what I'm gonna do in my new game plus. I have a feeling he's gonna crush me though. I've never died to this boss because I've only done it once, and it was my first try, so I don't know what it's gonna be like as a caster. I like Radahn because you fight him again later. Spoilers, but he's like not the same fight. Right? Like sometimes you fight another in a video game, normally like you fight a bad guy and he comes back and he's kind of the same with some new moves. They are so different.
Well played, good son.
Like in terms of
My
like pace and
thanks
attack style and
to
stuff.
you and your razor sharp.
Same goes for
Then there's nothing left to say except
Renala
I
and the
am
DLC Moon
Iron
Knight.
Fist Alex.
Yeah. I screamed so loudly when that happened. There's a clip of me screaming. So I had no idea it was coming. But I was way off. Like, it like collided like several feet away. So I had plenty of time to react. I was on my horse. Oh shit. The moon.
We can't really be certain why Radahn was holding back the stars. Was it to defend his home? Or was it on behalf of the Golden Order? Or did he simply have something to prove? Whatever the case, with his death, Rani's fate is immediately freed from stasis, and a falling star tears through the earth in Limgrave, opening a direct path for her and you to Nokron.
Ah, good. I was waiting for you.
We're gonna take a little break here in just a second because this is the halfway point. But yeah, this is really good. I gotta thank Das for sending me this. This is awesome.
What a sick way to fight, eh? The glory of the clash is shared by Radahn and you. And did you see that afterwards? A falling star right before our eyes. I can't fathom how Radahn was holding back something of that scale. He was a living legend if ever I saw one. And the path has now been cleared. To Nokron, where Rani's fate will be decided. Let's meet where the falling star bit the earth. We'll take up our swords once more for Mistress Rani.
Bro, I died so many times.